Chapter 1, The Beginning. April 26, 2014. A place called Animatronic World was created by a player named Gumbert122. Later renamed himself to Gummy_Renard/Redfur. He'll be calling him Gum. People often see the game began in 2014, which is true, and it is the reason why people get confused with thinking it began 2014, but it wasn't. This brings us to our next date, January 2015. Development began. FNAF exploded in popularity during this time. Gum wanted to make something different from the typical morphing role-play game. Instead of a single map and morph buttons, he decided to make detailed separate maps, somewhat working items, OC Creator, a OC Factory, secret Easter eggs, and seasonal events. 2015 to 2016. The game was growing rapidly, as a few FNAF games released, FNAF 3, FNAF 4, and FNAF Sister Location. At this time there were major additions to the game like working security doors, improved character models, more maps, cameras, props, and new morphs. The game quickly became the largest FNAF role-play game on Roblox. 2017 to 2019. This was the peak of Animatronic World. Several maps were added going from FNAF 3 until UCN, including Fredbear's, Police Station, Hospital, Neighborhood, and other original maps. The OCF also improved, and it is debatably the reason why Animatronic World was so popular. It allowed players to customize heads, eyes, accessories, colors, and clothes. Other role-play games noticed this and did the same. During this time Animatronic World had millions of visits, thousands of concurrent active players, YouTubers playing it, role-play groups, fan art, and a Discord community. 2020 to 2022. Rather than ending at UCN, they added the Megapixelplex, while it was still a work in progress, adding more areas as the updates came. Devs worked on stuff like improved UI, better morphs, animations, lighting, OCF 2.0, search option for OCF, save slots, human OCF, and more. Chapter 2, Downfall. Early 2023. Developers announced a new morph system, remastered models, OCF 2.0, more customization, better UI, and a expanded Pixelplex. They announced updates will temporarily be slow because of IRL stuff. June 15, 2023. Gum announced he was retiring. He said development became more difficult and he wanted to move on. He wanted to do one last update. Players thought it was the end of Animatronic World. October 1, 2023. Gum unexpectedly returns and the Halloween updates released and development resumed. Players thought everything was back to normal again. But it wasn't. October 14, 2023. Without warning, Animatronic World shut down. The game's description was replaced with a goodbye message saying making this game was fun, but it turned into a nightmare. I've reached a critical point where I've been such an irresponsible game owner. I've let too many things happen. This can't keep going and I cannot handle this anymore, so this time I decided to retire for good and permanently close Animatronic World. I'd like to thank the supportive community for this awesome adventure. While it was fun, but things have to come to an end. I'm so sorry. Goodbye. Refer. October 15, 2023. Gum had explained what had happened. He suffered from a mental breakdown, several Discord raids, harassment, online attacks, and pressure from ongoing community drama had pushed him to close the game impulsively. He also admitted the Discord server had not been managed well and said he planned to hand ownership of the community to someone more capable, while he focused on development. He thanked players who shared memories of growing up with AW, making friends, and role-playing daily. October 21, 2023. On October 21st, Animatronic World officially reopened to the public. Players could once again play the game, create OCs, and more. But it wasn't the same. Animatronic World's concurrent players dropped. But Halloween content remained, since the reopening happened during October, so the seasonal Halloween content that had been added earlier in the month remained available. This showed that the development team intended to continue maintaining the game rather than freezing it in its shutdown state. 2024. Updates became much less frequent, and developers were focused on fixing memory leaks, launcher crashes, and excessive lag. 2025. By 2025, active development had slowed dramatically, the staff abandoned GUM, and public servers reportedly disappeared, leaving private servers as the primary way to play. The Discord server also disappeared at this time. 2026. The game had its own chat system. This eventually led to the game closing in specific regions. And then one day the game vanished. GUM changed his Roblox description to, "Thanks for playing my game," implying the game was officially deleted. Unlike the October 2023 shutdown, which was accompanied by developer posts and update logs, the apparent disappearance in 2026 happened quietly. Without archived announcements or official statements, the public record is limited to player observations and community discussions.